We can look at the tome. So where in the tome would you just say is problematic?
Everywhere. One specific part, for
Okay.
example, when he says, "He whom Herod treacherously endeavors to destroy is like ourselves in our earliest stage, but he," I can
But
give
he
you the
whom the
Latin.
Magi delight to worship.
I can
It's
give you
fine.
the
I don't
Latin.
need the Latin.
But he says, "He whom the
If you
Magi
want
delight."
you want to use it.
He says,
Mhm.
"He whom Herod treacherously endeavors to destroy is like ourselves in our earliest stage. He whom the Magi delight to worship on their knees is the Lord of all." And I'll show you more
Grammatically, it's
unequivocally.
not.
I'll show you more unequivocally. But it literally says, "God therefore assumed the whole man and joined himself to him and him to himself, out of mercy and power, so that each of the two natures inheres in the other, and neither changes into the other with the surrender of its properties."
Himself refers to a nature and him refers to a person, then it's person uniting to a nature. I said, well, himself is referring to a nature, but he in that particular work was referring to person. So it's a person
How do
uniting
you know
with
that's
a
what Leo's
nature.
saying?
Exactly. And I said the context for that was the previous sentences in the chapter that make that known. Then you said,
Where does Sermon
I'm going
54
to
says
show
that?
you. We're going to sermon. We're looking at letter 28 in the tome.
You prove by your own words you had the tome in
I
thought when
didn't.
you said the tome.
No, I don't prove by my
Yes.
words that I have the tome at all.
I promise you I'm going to send you the clip after this, even though you had the tome in your head.
No, I did not have the tome
Yes.
in my head. We're going to sermon. We're looking at letter 28 in the tome.
Then why did you appeal
But
to the prior
he is
sentences?
referring to the tome
But you
before.
said person
So I
and
used
nature,
two
and then
different
appeal to the
arguments for that.
tome.
I did not appeal to the tome there. No.
Yeah.
We're going to sermon. We're looking at letter 28 in the tome.
Yes, you did. Unless you can concede that you actually made a mistake, because I have the clip. I'm not going to continue with you because you're a liar. You're not continuing in good faith.
There you go. Okay.
And you have SIIG basically agreeing at first that there is two he's in the Tome of Leo in letter 28. He said that one refers to the person, the other refers to the nature. And then he tried to argue that he could support this by the prior passages. Was the prior passages in the tome? So he made a blunder, then retracted. Well, actually, the tome doesn't have two he's in Grillmeyer.
That's not what happened. You said the opposite happened. Oh my days. What the hell?
Passages in the
Whoa,
tome.
no, that's what I said the entire time.
In the
Looking at letter 28 in the tome.
Someone clip this to show him lying.
Only ever thinks that you said it on recording. You said one was referring to person, one was referring to nature. Then you said you can figure this out in the context of the tome.
There are times in which I may be missaying certain things. However, in this particular case, and look at you interrupt again because you want to. I said, well, himself is referring to a nature, but he in that particular work was referring to person. So it's a person.
How do you know that's what Leo's saying?
Exactly. Context for that was the previous sentences in the chapter that
Where does Sermon 54 says that?
Sermon, we're looking at letter 28 in the tome.